I don't have any glasses, so I'm going to drink a Peroni Red while we make another Fresh Wort Kit. I'm taking them off because I can't see super well. Glasses, making it harder to see. Hang on. So you don't have a bottle opener. Have you got a table? Ow, I hurt myself. It worked. Meow meow. Okay. We're making a Fresh Wort Kit. An All Inn Brewing Co. Limited Louise to Aft. And what we're going to do with that is do some beer experiments. Okay? You know when they're clean, but you can still smell that they've been used? I'm sure that means that it's not clean. But I'm not that bothered. Step 1. Brewing a Fresh Wort Kit. Have a dirty table and a cold beer. Step 2. Clean fermenter. You're going to sanitize. And this is my star sand solution. I kind of like do this thing where I'm going to do that and shake it for a little bit. You'll have to please excuse me, it's like 38 degrees today here in lovely Adelaide, and I am sweating in this garage with absolutely zero air conditioning. Let's pretend that was for 3 minutes. Now this star sand can be like a good conditioner in that you can leave it in. But you don't want to leave the whole lot in. Look at that, yes. You kind of want to, like, you don't want to fear the foam, but you don't want to drink it either. So let's get rid of the bulk of this. Now that our fermenter is nice and sanitized, we can add our 15 litres of high gravity wort. You'll also need scissors. And I'm going to, that's my hand. That's not my sanitizer. Here is my sanitizer. I'm going to put this actually on the ground because I feel that's going to be easier for me to thingo. Now, if I've got one criticism for All Inn, and I don't have many, it's that the old boxes, if I remember correctly, used to have a little hole where you could put the spout out and it would be like, you know, you could just pop the thing out of the spout and then you're all good. But that's a pretty big whinge for someone who's about to make beer in 2.5 minutes. An improvement to our 3-minute brew day and 3-minute tasting video. Should I try do it out of this thing? I just, every time. That is way easier than all the other times where I've struggled to try and cut it. What's wrong with me? Well, lots of things actually, but let's start with... How easy is that? All in. Just like the All Inn Brewing Company. Not sponsored. Let's bring you back up now. Now when you lift it, when you lift heavy things, you really want to put as much strain on your lower back as possible. Lock your knees and just try to jerk it up as quickly as possible. I think that's the method for destroying your back and neck. Okay. Step 4, or 3, I can't remember. 5 litres of double filtered chilled water. I'm just going to add that. Now my shirt is also drenched because I did spill this on myself walking back in from the kitchen. What a brew day. I've barely had time to enjoy my Peroni Red. Now, because this is a Premium Draught For some reason, that means we're going to use lager yeast. Here's some I prepared earlier. This is the Brew Premium Series Nova Lager yeast. We're going to lager this, which means I'm going to ferment it 15, 14 degrees. And what I'm going to do with this brew in particular, because it's like a nothing beer, right? It's a nothing beer. And by nothing beer, I mean like just mouthful of wet, right? I'm going to primary ferment this properly. Just like this, no dry hop, nothing. But in secondary, we're going to split this 20 litre batch 4 ways. That's 4 lots of 5 litres for those of you playing at home. And what we're going to do, one of those groups of 4 is just going to be this beer. So we have a sample size. No, what is that called? A standard to test against. The other 3, I'm going to make some funky beers and we'll see what they're going to be after. All right. Now, step 4 or 5, because I can't remember how many steps we're at. Sprinkle the yeast into the fermenter. I've got a bubbler around here somewhere. Bubwa, where are you? Ugh, that's on tight. I've got a bubbler. Fuck! Get in. There we go. Wasn't worried that I had the wrong size there at all. Fill you up. Oh yeah, hang on. Meow meow. Okay. Now, we know that our gravity was 1050 because the box told us so. And using the brewer's friend dilution and boil-off gravity calculator, we can find out what the actual OG is going to be. So we started at 1050 with 15 litres of wort. We added 5 litres of wort to make the total volume 20 litres, which means we're going to have a new gravity of 1038. That's a minus 0012 difference. So 1038 is our original gravity. I don't really care what we get down to. It's not a problem. I'm not brewing for alcohol. I'm brewing for volume. I want 20 litres at the end of all of this. So, step 11. Can't be, no, don't be silly. Step 5, 6. We're going to ferment this, mother. Now, it's going to be lagered, so you're going to take a little bit longer, maybe 14, 15 days in the fermenter for primary. And then we're going to siphon, auto-siphon into 4 smaller 5 litre demijohns and do our secondaries and experimenting then. So, stay tuned. Part 2 of the 3-part series coming shortly. Part 1, brewing a Fresh Wort Kit. Part 2, experimenting with beer. Part 3, tasting and science. See you next time.